Hello, and welcome to the Smut Show,
a weekly podcast from your new internet book besties.
We discuss all things spicy books and mix in a little bit of motherhood, life, self-care, and everything in between.
So sit back,
grab a beverage,
and let's chat. Hello, and welcome to the Smut Show. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Neely, and we are here with Susan Lee. Susan is a USA Today best-selling author of both young adult and adult romantic comedies. Her work has been featured in national outlets such as BuzzFeed, NPR, People Magazine, and Pop Sugar. A graduate of UC San Diego, Susan built a career as an HR executive at some of today's hottest companies until she realized that writing love stories was a more impactful and powerful form of resistance and change. Truly.
I love it. Truly. Now she channels her energy into publishing happily ever afters for those historically underrepresented in romance. When she's not writing or painfully procrastinating from writing, which is so real, Susan can be found down the rabbit hole of her many obsessions, including listening to K-pop, binge watching K-dramas, collecting sneakers, building mechanical keyboards, which we are going to come back to, and obsessing over her diva Chihuahua Buttercup. Susan,
yes.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, I love that the diva Chihuahua's name is Buttercup, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, she's really a bitch.
Yeah. Aren't they all?
Yes. I've had her for 10 years and she just gets worse every year, but I love her.
She has not gotten better over those 10 years.
No. God, the entitlement of that dog. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, she deserves it.
I know.
Obviously.
She really does.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to get. We're going to come back to some of those things that
Love
we
it.
just talked about in Susan's introduction. Because I'm coming to it now. Because I have been obsessed with your keyboards. I followed you on Instagram for a long time, and like those keyboards are just they're so beautiful. So we're gonna come back to that, but let's do some 1-star and 5-star moments. Neely, would you like to kick us off with some 1-stars and 5-stars for the week?
Sure. My 5-star is that we decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
We decorated for Christmas the day after Halloween, which isn't abnormal. Last year, we actually decorated for Christmas on the 29th of October. And I was like, fuck it. I don't even care.
Man, I had just taken a big sip of coffee.
Sorry.
And that made me laugh. I totally forgot that had happened.
This is not a surprise if you've been listening to this podcast or following me on Instagram ever. I am not a Halloween person. Like, I'm not somebody who's like, you shouldn't celebrate Halloween because it's demon worshiping.
Demons,
like, whatever. Like, we have skeletons coming out of the ground in our front yard. Okay, I'm into Halloween for the children and for the mini Twix. And
for the kids.
I do it for the kids. But, okay, and Halloween was fun. I mean, my daughter got very overstimulated. I will say, so I had complained about this for years, that the preschool my kids went to gave them a half day on Halloween. And I was like, that is so dumb that they don't go to school for a full day, right? Yeah. So this year they're both in elementary school. And my daughter, who's in kindergarten, this is her first year to not have a half day on Halloween. And I was like, honestly, I get the half day. Like, she could have used a 6-hour break.
And
I told Andrew, I was like, I might pick her up at noon next year. Like, I might get her to come home and like rest. Like it's like we came home from school and people came over like an hour later for pizza. Like, and so like midway through trick-or-treating, she was just like, she was not like, she was doing it, but she like didn't want anyone near her. She was getting really like frustrated. And I was like, she's overstimulated. Like, she is tired.
There's a lot going on.
She doesn't realize she's tired. And there's kids we live in a neighborhood where it's truly like it's like a free for all. I mean, they're everywhere.
Streets are blocked off.
Like it's people are giving out king size candy bars.
Wow.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get it last year. We did get a Bible. No Bibles this year.
That's good.
I was like, at least
gotten a Bible.
Stick a lollipop in the Bible. Like
at least put some candy in there.
Like, make it a little package. Anyway, so we came home and, I mean, she was done. So Andrew and I did our usual Halloween tradition of putting Home Alone on because once we're done with trick-or-treating, we're like, it's Christmas. I am every meme you see on the internet. And
the ghost.
Except we started doing this 13 years ago. So I like to feel like we were trendsetters.
You were, yeah.
So we're like sitting on the couch. We're watching. I mean, it's funny. So it's a 5-star. We're sitting on the couch and kids are coming to the door still because we left the bucket of candy out. And I am all for one kid towards the end of the night. Dump it all in. Like, I don't even care.
Take it. I don't need it.
And so someone did. And I was like, good for you. Well, we forgot to go get the bowl. So we were just like, oh, we'll get it when we get up to go get to bed or whatever, because we were laying on the couch. And some other kid comes up and takes the empty bowl. And we have had this Halloween treat bowl since we started dating. And I was like, the fuck you did. And Andrew went outside and is like yelling down the street. I was like, and it's not even like it's expensive. It was probably $1 at Hobby Lobby, but I'm like, we've had it forever. And I am weirdly sentimental about.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. And this was not a small child. This was like probably a 15-year-old girl. I'm like, are you okay?
I have another bowl you can have. Yeah.
Like, are you good? She's like, I'm so sorry. I wanted to go out there and be like, but then why did you do it? Like, let's have a conversation. Where's your grown up? Like, where's your grown up? Yeah, because I'm like, why? Like, I get taking all the candy. I'm never going to be mad at a kid for taking all the candy. Like, I don't know what your situation. Maybe that's the only food you have this weekend. I'm not mad about it. Like, you
and
do
I'm
you
also
with the
all
candy.
For teenagers trick or treating. Like, I know people get pissy about
you
that,
trick or treat.
like,
I do not get mad about that. Liam asked how long he had to dress up for Halloween, and I said, as long as you want candy. It's like, if you would like to dress up until you're 20 and go trick or treating, by all means. Yeah. But we're not going to trick or treat without some sort of. You need to at least throw on like a jersey. Like, you have to like.
Make an effort.
Put effort.
Yeah. We live near a college campus, and we used to have, I remember growing up, we'd have college kids that would come to the house, and they would do like the reverse trick-or-treating, and they'd be like, we are here collecting, I don't know if it's reverse trick-or-treating, but they were like, we're here collecting cans for like whatever.
We do a reverse food truck at like our neighborhood.
I was like, that's so fun.
Christmas thing. We do a reverse food truck, which I always love. But
what's a reverse food truck? What does that mean?
Like where you collect.
Okay.
So like, it's like, they call it a reverse food truck.
Okay.
Because you're collecting food instead of going to the truck.
Food. I'm confused.
Yeah, you're taking food to the truck.
You have to explain that like I'm 5
It's
later.
Essentially like a canned food drive, but like
okay.
Anyway, my 1-star is not technically mine. It's technically Andrew's, but they're doing some sort of construction in our neighborhood, and Andrew, along with about 80, not exaggerating because there's a thread in our mom's group, people had their passenger side tires slashed by whatever they drove over.
Oh my God.
Like it wasn't like a nail. It was like can't be repaired. Like, you need new tires. And this happened to like over 80 people. So people are like very angry now. But this has been like a whole thing for the last 24 hours. So I'm chauffeuring him around until
what do you do in that situation? Like, is it, you're just on you to replace your tires?
Yeah. I mean, like, Andrew's dad was basically, because my dad was like, you need to sue the city. I'm like, that sounds really exhausting.
I will not be doing that.
And Andrew's dad's like, you'll never see a cent. I mean, somebody ended up reporting it to the city yesterday, like after it was happening, and we realized that it was like multiple, like that this wasn't just
feels like a class action type situation.
I mean, and I don't know, somebody may like that really, I'm sure there's a lawyer in that group who's like, I'll just do it. I mean, I will sign a piece of paper and be like, sure, like we're joining.
That's
but, like,
my contribution.
But I'm not like heading this up because anyway. And it was more frustrating because he had to be up at SMU for this training he's doing at 9. And so this was before that. And he's like, I'm going to leave early and go vote on the way, thinking like, I have so much time. And he voted and went back out to his car and was like, what?
My car's sideways.
Yeah. I mean, it's like really bad. So anyways, his car is at Discount Tire, and he Ubered home from Discount Tire last night because I was like putting the kids to bed. And I was like, you have to Uber home.
Good luck.
And I had to drive him to SMU this morning.
So fun.
Which isn't fine. I mean, it's like 15 minutes from our house. It's not a big deal. But I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm using this as my 1-star today, Andrew.
Yeah, that's fair. Susan, what about you? What are your 5 stars and 1 stars
let's
for the week?
see. Gosh, I hate to be so cliche, but my 5-star is I'm on book tour, and it's great. I released a book this week, and it's a book I'm super proud of and love, and so I am normally a total homebody. I am an like extreme recluse. I don't think people
Yeah.
believe that, but I just don't like to leave my house. I barely ever get dressed. And so going on book tour
Oh
is
my
an
God, we're the
ordeal.
same. I love being home in comfy
Yeah.
clothes and no bra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I only have a limited number of hours I can be in a bra in the day
I
because
shared
Yes.
I
Yeah.
shared a meme on Instagram the other day and it was like, why would you go big when the alternative is to go home? And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Like, hello, just go home.
1000%.
Yeah.
truly, truly. But I do try to rally for the 1 or 2 weeks that I'm on tour. Because although it's work, it's also just fun getting to see my friends and see readers, and so it's been a good time. And then my one, oh God, this like probably speaks to exactly the type of person I am. But I'm on tour for 2 weeks, and I had a day in between to switch out my luggage so that I could just be taking carry-ons. And the only two things that I needed to switch from the two everything was packed separately, is my makeup purse and my toiletries and my like intimates. And
Yeah.
I got to our on Monday to Sacramento for my tour stop, and I have no underwear, so literally forgot like my intimates bag because I never wore a bra at home, so I wasn't even
Yeah.
thinking
So you're
about
like,
it.
I don't know what
And I'm
this
like, what
is.
do I do? So there's a CVS right next to the hotel, so I had to buy a pack of Hanes granny panties as the only thing that was available, and
Hilarious.
I am now in Minnesota, and I had DoorDashed to me some more comfortable panties for myself. So
I discovered when I was on a trip to Charleston that you can DoorDash stuff from Ulta because I forgot
yes,
I use a makeup remover cloth and I had left it at home and I DoorDashed one.
yeah, you can
And
DoorDash from
Wow.
like
You can DoorDash
you can
anything.
Macy's.
DoorDash pretty
Yeah,
much anything if you're
You
in a
can
city big
DoorDash
yeah,
enough.
some
seriously,
underwear. That's
yeah.
hilarious. I cannot imagine being the dasher that picks that.
I know, because they actually have to do the shopping, so it's like it's not like when it's the food, it's already all packaged. No,
In a
they have to
bag for
go up
you.
and down
Yeah.
the aisles. Yeah, yeah. I was terrified that they're going to be like, "Oh, this one's out of stock. Do you need a replacement?" I just like did not want to I don't want to engage.
You're like, I don't want to be a part of
Yeah,
this.
no.
This is
Also,
not
what's
this is
horrific
not
is
me.
they have to leave it at the front desk. I have to go down and pick it up, and it's in like a plastic bag. I'm like, Jesus,
Uh-huh.
oh my God, please don't look. Please do not
Uh-huh.
look. Yeah,
Oh my
just
gosh,
kind of
that's hilarious. I
mortified.
hope that makes it into a book one day.
Likely, because a lot of the stuff,
Yeah.
like the tragedy of my life and the bad choices I
Yes.
make, they're all fuel for some perfect good fiction, even though it's real life.
That's amazing. Okay, my 5 star is that my children are back at school today, which has been really nice. I it, I feel like our kids never go to school for a full week. I don't know. I was in public education for 10 years and I used to love when we had days off because that was a
Yeah.
day off for me. But now that I'm not and the kids are at home with me, I'm like, I still have to work today. And they're like, no, you have to watch whatever with me, whatever we're watching at the time. Right now, I think we're on Wizards of Waverly Place, is like our new show. So I'm like, can I please have, 10 minutes? But I'm glad they're back today. They do, we all do better when we are in our own place, when we're in our own place and the kids belong at school. Um, my 1 star is I am in the middle of, I don't know, Susan, what part of the writing process you like the best. But for me, my least favorite is the first draft.
Mhm.
And I am in the middle of that hell right now, and I hate it so much. I hate it. And I feel like that's almost like taboo to say. Like you're not supposed to say that you don't like it. I
Don't
don't like
jinx
it.
it. No, just kidding. It's
So that's my 1 stars because I'm trying to do like a version of NaNoWriMo,
okay.
which not doing it through them, but
Yes.
trying to do some sort of version of it. And I just want to stab my eye a little bit
Yeah.
with a pencil.
Oh,
So
that's all too familiar. Yeah.
yeah, so that's my 1 star right now. And it was especially hard to do it while the children were there staring over. I'm
Mm.
like, please, and they can read now. And I'm like, please don't read what I'm writing right now.
Please do not.
Please don't. Please go in the other room. Um, yeah. Okay, Neely, what is a recent read or watch or listen that you have loved?
Okay, I have a listen this week.
Oh, great.
So I've been listening. This is not a new band. It's a new to me band.
Okay.
Called the Red Clay Strays. I feel like you would know. They have this one song that if I sent it, you'd know it. Like it's being used a lot on a lot of TikToks right now.
Okay.
But I really liked it, and I was like, oh, like I wonder what else they have. So I've been listening to that for the past couple days while I work, and it's like very I don't know, like folksy kind of, I would say. Like it's like folksy country-ish. But it's really good. I really like them. And I'm kind of one of those people that I feel like at this point in my life, I'm like, I have the music I like. Like I'm not interested in accepting
I don't need anything new.
New music. I've been listening to the Counting Crows for 30 years and served me well. So I don't really feel like I need different bands at this point.
That's fair.
So not really. I mean, I love Sabrina Carpenter. I'm kidding. I will listen to new music. But I really liked it a lot. And it's like very good if you want music while you're working and that's not too like Pink Pony Club distracting where you're just like find yourself dancing. I've also, not as my own choice, have been listening to a lot of K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's hard to avoid.
Like
It's
a
everywhere.
lot of it. And I will tell you, those songs are catchy as shit.
They're
Like
very catchy.
all of a sudden, you're just driving in your car, kids haven't been in there, and you're like, oh, I'm still listening to it.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it.
No hate at all. I'm always so grateful when anyone wants to engage about like my books or whatever. But I mean, I just feel like everyone thinks that's the music to tag my books to, and I'm just like,
and you're like,
there we go again. Yeah.
But like, my favorite is that Charlotte gets really into it, and if you try to record her, she's like, no. But Andrew and I have like sneaky little recordings of her singing because it's so cute. And like
cute.
every now and then she'll be sitting doing something else like coloring and she's just singing the music,
Aww.
but she's not singing it correctly, which is even cuter. And I tried to call her my little soda pop the other day and she didn't like that.
Oh.
So she was like, don't call me that.
You use this. I use it.
Oh, no, you can't sing with her. Like you can't, if she's around, like you can't sing with her. She's like, only I sing. I was like,
that's hilarious.
Oh,
my mistake. So my music is quite varied right now. We have folksy and K-pop.
Susan, what are you reading, listening, watching?
Let's see. So listening is the same as reading for me. I'm an audiobook girly. So again, not to be obvious, but while I was on tour, I finished Mate by Allie Hazelwood and loved it.
That's what I'm picking up next.
But let's just say I was on an airplane. I'm listening to this stuff. I'm like, whoa, like this is some. She's got like a sex scene that I think lasts like 5 days. So I'm just like,
and you're like, I am in the middle of people right now.
Keep this cool. Let's turn the air up.
It's so hard when you're watching something or reading something. I was watching Tell Me Lies on our flight to London, which has like a lot of sex scenes in it. And I was in the middle of Andrew and then this girl who was probably 30, so it was fine. But I was like, I felt like so awkward about it. I was like,
well, and then like everybody can see. At least in the audiobook, like nobody knows.
I know.
Nobody knows what you're listening to.
No.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. I had to remind myself. Nobody has to know.
Yeah.
Unless somebody gets in your car and it was connected to Apple CarPlay and you're like,
oh yeah.
And then people will know. I did just tell Brian, we went on a walk this morning and I told my husband May is what I'm picking up next. So I'm very excited. Yeah.
Okay, really quick. Sorry to interrupt because I forgot about this. I'm not reading it yet, but I had a dream about a Christmas book the other night that I read several years ago.
I was like, one that's already out or what?
Yeah, like I read it 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, and loved it. And I was like, I think I'm gonna, like, I woke up from the dream and I was like, I feel like I'm gonna reread it now. Like, I feel like that was.
What book is it?
It's called The Certainty of Chance by Jacqueline Middleton. It's like. I don't know why she doesn't have like more of a following. Her books are really good. It takes place in London too, which is like so Christmassy and lovely. But it's like a really cute little, it's like a really cute Christmas book. And it's not like, it's very like a girl, like if I'm remembering correctly, because it's been a while, I'm pretty sure it's like she goes to London, has just gone through a breakup. And then the guy, he's like her taxi driver, but like they end up like chit-chatting back and forth, and he's like, hey, like I'm free, like do you want me to show you around while you're waiting for your friend, because like her friend's flight's delayed. And so it's like a really like cute
I love
little
that.
story. It's like very like kick your feet
Yeah.
giggles, you know what I mean, like, which I feel like this time of year especially, I
Mhm.
want like don't give me a holiday book that's going to stress me out. Like
No,
I only
No.
want I want to,
no.
if I'm not kicking my feet, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Get it.
jump into my holiday book rabbit hole as well. Do you have you ever read Catherine Walsh?
Mm-hmm.
The Catherine
Yes.
Walsh holiday books. Oh, they're so funny and
So
fun.
good. Does she
So
have
yeah,
does she have one coming out this year?
I
I feel like
think
she's
she
done the
does.
last couple of years.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she has a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hers are great holiday reads. I am watching kind of along the same vein. I am watching, well, I've started Julia Song is Undateable, so that's
Aw,
what I am reading.
thanks. Yay.
And then I'm watching Hallmark movies.
Oh,
Have
I'm
you
like,
not watched Nobody Wants This yet?
no, I haven't, because
me
Brian and I have
neither.
to watch it
Rachel,
together. I know, I'm going to. I just haven't yet.
I
I know
want to
it's
be
right,
able to
but
talk about
okay,
it.
okay,
They did renew
it's
it
my homework.
yesterday. They renewed it for season 3
I saw that. I did see
yesterday.
that. No, that's my homework. I'll do that. But no, I've been watching Hallmark movies, which I go through like kind of different years where I'm like all in on the Hallmark movies. And then Neely knows I used to do like a rating system of like the Hallmark movies and like give people
I
some
remember
like
because I had Charlotte's birthday is November 23rd, and I can like vividly remember going through your highlight on Instagram after I had her, because I was just like at home with this new baby.
Uh-huh.
Like,
yeah,
what am
like
I going to
which one
do?
should
Oh,
I
that's
And I
watch?
was
nice.
like,
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm going
Yeah.
to watch Hallmark.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
So I feel like this year is, I feel like the more depressing the year, the more likely I am to watch Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
So started watching them. There's a new one this year. The one I watched last night, I have no idea what it's called, so I apologize. I'll try and find that. But it was like a time traveling one, and
Ooh.
I love a time travel. I don't know. There's just something about it. And so she was like from 1905, I think, and saw the Christmas comet and then like time traveled to 2025. And I was like, I mean, it's just some absolutely terrible acting, but it is, there's something so comforting about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
and knowing that it's going to wrap up with a bow. I mean, it's why we love romance. So yeah, that's what I'm watching right now. It's been great.
Unpopular opinion, I don't love time travel.
I do love it in shows. I don't love it in books, but I do love it in shows
I
for
don't
some
mind it in
reason.
like a movie. Like I love the movie About Time. It's one of my favorite.
Is that a Rachel McAdams one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It also takes place in London, if you're seeing
I feel like, yeah, a trend. I feel like time travel can be really sad. Like that's why, like the Time Traveler's Wife, like
oh, I hate that. I hated the book. I hated the
me
movie.
out.
I hate everything about it, which I think is also Rachel McAdams.
Yes,
Is it?
It is.
Oh my God.
Rachel, what is your deal with time travel? Did you ever see The Age of Adeline? Speaking of, with Blake Lively, it is one of the worst. I walked out of that movie, and I remember being like, "This was bad. Like it was bad." And that might have been the thing that triggered me to be like, I don't think I can do time travel anymore.
I'm done. Yes.
No more time traveling.
Tuck Everlasting, though, that's a good one.
No, that is trauma. We're all traumatized by that. Brian picked that up. We were walking by a little free library, and he was like, "We should read this with the girls." And I was like, "No, we shouldn't. That's a terrible idea." Okay, anyway, my time travel rabbit hole. Let's dive into the interview. So, Susan, we always start with your villain origin story, which is just how you got here today.
Yeah.
You can start wherever you'd like.
Okay. So let's see how I got here in this moment today.
In this exact moment.
Yes. Took an Uber. No kidding. I was not an early reader, so I was raised on soap operas. I was a latchkey kid, came home and watched All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, sometimes Days of Our Lives. But I wasn't a reader. And then it actually wasn't until I was well into my 20s and I moved from San Diego, my hometown, up to San Francisco. I didn't know anyone. I was moved for a job, had no connections, and I started picking up chick lit books, what they used to call chick lit, now women's fiction. And that eventually led to just conversations with my sister, who was a very prolific reader, and she started recommending to me a lot of romance novels. and she's a big romance reader. So I got into romance kind of in my adult life, and
Yeah.
but really in the I would say around the 2010s to 20s, I was reading a lot. Like I was reading 5 books a week. I was like
Yeah.
going down this
Wow.
rabbit hole
Yeah.
of romance novels, and I I was, a really big Goodreads user at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
I would message authors all the time, and just say, I love this book, blah, 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 especially if it was a newer author.
Yeah.
And I say this as a joke, but it's actually very true, is that the reason I'm writing today is I was a friend with a romance author who was newer at the time, and they were kind of going through their struggles of being a new author. And I remember trying to kind of be like, oh, but your books are so great and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, yeah, the thing is, you just wouldn't understand, because you're not an author. And something, it was not meant maliciously at all, but something about it was so
But you were
triggering
like,
to me.
yeah.
Yes, I
You
do
were like,
not
I
like
will
being told what
understand
I can and
now.
can't do. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, you know what? I'll show you. And that's literally why I started writing.
That's
I was just like,
amazing.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I can understand or not. And it is like, it sounds so batshit when I say it now. Like, that's why I
Yeah.
started writing. It wasn't any like some creative writing class or any of that. It was like, no, it was truly out of spite. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, and so that's why I'm here today.
I have a very similar. So my friend told me, one of my best friends told me, I was like, I think I'm going to write a book, and she goes, "You're not going to do that." So I have a tendency to like not follow through on things that I say that I want to do. And I was like, yeah, now I am. I'm like, you told me that, and now I will be doing
Yes,
this.
exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so obviously it worked out for
It
you.
worked out. Yeah,
Yeah.
go figure. What's actually funny is I write both YA and adult. And what's funny is this author is an adult author, adult romance author. So I'm like, well, I don't want to be involved in that world. It's really why I started writing YA. I was like, so I'll start in YA. And so, like,
Oh
just
my
to kind of
gosh.
avoid, yeah, like really this one tiny conversation
Yeah.
directed my entire genesis of this career.
Changed the trajectory of your life.
Truly, truly, and decided exactly what path I was going to take, apparently. So,
Okay, so when you're making the decision on what you're gonna write, did you know it was gonna be romance?
yes, that for sure. I really
Yeah.
don't read anything else, and it's the most satisfying to me. And because I don't really come from like a creative writing background or any of that, I wouldn't even know how to tell a different kind of story, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that so many romance authors started as romance readers, and it
Yeah,
like really like blooms from like a love of the genre,
yes,
right? Of
Hmm.
like
yeah,
that comfort that you have and all of that. Okay,
yeah.
so you talked a little bit about, so you publish young adult
Hmm.
for how many, you have three young adult
Three young
novels
adult
out?
books, yeah.
Um, what made you finally pivot?
So I had always wanted to write adult. I think I was one of those like I'm afraid to do it because I don't want to ruin the reading experience for me. Like I just like
Yeah.
liked to keep it very separate. But even when I signed with my agent, um, the conversation was always that I was going to move into adult, and
Mm,
I was already kind of part of the adult romance community because when I was a big reviewer, I had a blog back in the day, and it was,
yeah.
reviewing adult romance. So,
Yeah.
and I lived in New York, and I was kind of like building a community around me. So I knew I'd always wanted to. It's just a matter of the right time for my career, and that's really where my agent came in. It's like,
Yeah.
let's build some momentum. And I think I always knew I wanted to write like upper YA, and hopefully
Hmm.
I was unapologetically looking for crossover readers. I wanted adult readers too, and yeah, and so that's kind of the path we took. And then this was just the right moment after I'd put some books out. So
Yeah. Okay, so that's such an interesting question about like wanting crossover readers. So what's your, I don't know that we've ever nearly had a YA author on the podcast before. I'm trying to
I
like
don't think so. No.
think. So, but I know there are so many adults that read YA, and there's
yeah,
a lot of I don't know if it's like I wouldn't necessarily call it shame around it, but I think there's a lot of like chatter about like,
yeah,
should adults read YA? Should,
yeah,
like, what is that? What's your opinion on
You
that?
should read what you like.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Neely's
Absolutely.
opinion.
Yeah. I think the problem and what's the challenge is the ones that do read YA many times have very strong opinions about what YA should be. And I'm
Hmm.
like, why aren't we asking young adults what YA should be? It's
Yeah.
like YA publishing is not for the weak at heart. It is
Really?
very challenging. It has a lot of gatekeepers. There are a lot of very strong opinions about protect the children, and I think there is, and especially in teen books, I think it's, I, I always just wonder, like, do you ever talk to teens? Do you ever ask teens what they're doing? Because I talked to adults who were teens and they were finding books to read. They were reading thick. They were stealing their moms and grandmothers' books. And so I grew up in a very kind of conservative background, and I was super repressed as an adult. Like, I had to really get through some of my own kind of
Yeah.
mental trauma of the things I believed. And so for me, writing YA, it was just really important to be as authentic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But that also made it difficult to publish YA because you're not always accepted in like library circles or school circles.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been asked to do a school visit ever,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that's one of the reasons why I knew I wanted to seek crossover readers, but also because I say, I come from romance, reading romance, but in YA, a lot of times they'll call it romance, but really it's just coming of age with like a romantic bend.
Yeah.
And there isn't a lot of just truly like classic romance arc to HEA
Yes.
in YA. And
Yeah.
and I just knew that's what I wanted to write. And so that's
Yeah.
not always going to find its way into like, you know, uh, library guild lists or stuff like that. So I just was very intentional with
Mm-hmm.
how I was going to approach this, knowing what I wasn't going to be able to accomplish and what I possibly could accomplish.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting because I never read romance until I was an adult either, but I was a voracious reader, and I think that I was looking for those stories when I was younger, but
Yeah.
never found them.
I'm telling
And
you, my like intro to young adult romance was in the Babysitters Club when Marianne and
yeah,
Logan were a boyfriend and girlfriend, and I was
yeah.
like, okay, but I want a book about this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Yes,
care about
you
the
don't
other. Like,
get books about
Yeah.
just the romance. Yeah.
like I just
Yeah.
because I feel like the same. Like, I do feel like you would get snippets of like young
Mm-hmm.
adult romance
Sure.
in the
Yeah.
more like young adult books, and then I was like, but where do I find that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the romance I was reading, which I don't know that this is considered, I don't know that I would consider it romance, but I was reading like Gossip Girl. Like that was
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
and
I
like I was
never read
like,
it.
oh my gosh. And there's like a million books, a
I
million
think it
Yeah.
Gossip
was
Girl books.
like I think the Gossip Girl books came out when I had like aged out of that though.
Mm.
Mm.
I don't know when the first one came out, but that was like, I went down that rabbit hole and then like all the different, like, because it was the only romance I could find. It was the only
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
story that I could find I was a big library person, and it was the only thing
Yeah.
I could find in my high school library which I'm kind of surprised they let it be in the high school library
Yeah,
with
and then
how,
imagine being like a person of color and you really don't see yourself in Sweet Valley
no,
High, or you don't see,
no,
it's like it's one of the things that why I really respect and hold, not to be all like Ariana Grande, but hold space
yes, please.
for YA fantasy because they
Mm.
really
Mm-hmm.
push boundaries. There are,
Yes,
they're building whole worlds that where people are diverse and where romance
yes,
can be centered, where actual teenagers are saving the world, and but on the
yes,
flip side, it's very challenging being a YA contemporary out there because what people don't allow or judge you for or criticize you for is something that anyone in YA fantasy could get away with. I mean, it's just
yeah,
like, like they
yeah,
don't want any, like even alluding to any
yeah,
impropriety or whatever, where in
no,
YA fantasy they're getting married, it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
Yeah.
yeah. They're
yeah,
like,
so
it's
it's
arranged.
yeah, so it
Um,
was a challenge for sure.
Yeah, I need that to kind of filter down. I do feel like there is so much that you're seeing now in the YA sphere of, like you were saying, these really diverse YA fantasy, these
Hmm.
really diverse worlds. I need that to filter down to, it's starting, but I need it to filter down to middle grade.
Middle grade. Hmm.
My oldest is a huge reader, and I'm
Hmm.
like, all these white male
Hmm.
protagonists, I'm like,
Hmm.
get them out of here. I need
Yeah, yeah,
I need
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I need somebody different. And it's hard. It's hard to find,
yeah,
especially books that have like these long series, which I know takes time. But I feel like it's starting to filter down, which is nice because I see it a lot more in the YA space, and
yeah.
obviously the adult space too. Okay, that was a whole long rant about. I thank you for talking to us about it. Okay, talk to us about which of your main characters you feel like you most identify with. It can be in your YA or in
Word,
Julia
yeah.
Song.
Honestly, like when I'm writing, I don't feel deeply connected. I mean, I have to kind of pull myself out of it. But what's so funny is when my friends read the books, like Christina from Christina Lauren, she's
Hmm.
like, I learn more about you with every book I read of yours. And
That's
I was like,
funny.
oh shit, I didn't even realize I was
You're
being
like,
so
oh
obvious,
no.
and like, and so I guess because I'm just hearing it now, I do think probably Julia's song is one of the most relatable to me. And
Hmm.
what's kind of funny is I was doing another interview recently, and the interviewer accidentally referred to the book as Susan Lee is Undateable. And I was like, it's so funny because fact,
You're like, not
I did
wrong.
say a novel, not a memoir. Okay? But I mean, like, I mean, honestly, yes, a lot of those scenes I've actually lived through, and I do find that funny. Even in some of my other books, sometimes I'll write scenes that I know for sure happened because I've lived through it. And whenever a reviewer says, "Oh, this could never happen," I'm like, "Wow, come stand in my shoes," because
I
yes,
was talking
uh,
about that with somebody the other day about it's always the moments that are real that you like
yeah,
have really
yeah,
experienced where somebody comes and is like,
yeah,
that's not true. That would
yeah.
never happen.
Yeah,
Like, yes, it would.
one of my books, the name drop, is set in like corporate. It's a corporate internship for teens, and I was very hesitant to write it because I had just pulled out of corporate America. I had a long career in corporate America in human resources, and when I had seen, I don't really read my reviews, but I was on Goodreads for something, and I just saw the first review saying, "This is so unbelievable. HR would never let this happen." And this is how petty I am. I've already established I'm very petty and spiteful. I literally just took my link of my LinkedIn profile and put it in the comments and then
Stop.
walked away. I'm like, yeah, you can see my
You're like,
career. You tell me this is
listen.
unbelievable. I've
Yeah.
literally lived
That's
this. And
so
I just walked
funny.
away. No comment, just the link, and there we go. I don't have a pen name. I'm like, it's fine. There you go.
Oh
That's
my
me.
God, that's hilarious. And now I
Yeah.
need to go find that because that's so funny. Okay, so so you've written YA and now you're moving into adult, all
Yes.
romantic comedies. What is either a trope or a subgenre that you are just dying to write?
Yeah, I've kind of made mention of this in each of my tour stops to date, but like next year I will finish off my adult contract. I'm doing my second adult, and then I will also be writing my fourth YA. So my contracts will be done. And honestly, there's something about that finish line that makes me feel super free to want to think of
Mm,
what's next. So I've
yeah.
only
Hmm.
kind of been in rom-com brain, but honestly, I really want to write a monster romance. I think that's kind of like what I would love to dig into next. Yeah, like something that definitely is kind of more spicy, but also kind of an epic monster where it's not even insta love. It's like I've watched you and loved you for a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, what
I've
kind
and
of
been I've
monster are we
imprinted
talking?
on you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Renee's married. No, just kidding.
Yes,
No,
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's exactly
As,
what
Not
I was
ever
that way,
since you
thinking.
not
were
that
an
way, not that
infant.
way. I'm like, it's funny, like I don't even really think of it this way, but kind of like across lifetimes.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know that I've never actually been into those kinds of books, like either reincarnation or whatever, but there is a K-drama called Goblin. It's a really
okay.
popular K-drama, and he is kind of, the goblin, the guardian of death, but we see him through lifetimes, and she always kind of like was a part of that. And
Hmm.
there's like just that epic romance that's also slightly tragic because he's so lonely, and
Yeah.
then them finding each other and how will that work? I mean, that's just something when I'm under contract, I don't know that I let my creativity go there. And sometimes I don't believe I can write something like that, but I would just really love to try something like that.
Yeah. I love a like Guardian of Death. I love
Yes,
it's so
yes,
good.
yes.
So
And she's
good.
the one he's got to come for, or something like that. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, tragic. Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
how do they turn this around? How can they possibly
I
turn
know.
it around? And
It
my
is
other thing
tragic
that
in
I
his
want to
loneliness.
write, sorry, the other thing I want to write, and I'm definitely going to write this next year, no matter what, whether I self-pub it or just stick it in my shelf. I want to do a Die Hard holiday romance. So it's like,
Okay, so to venture off for a hot second, do you consider Die Hard a holiday movie?
I do,
This is
and
a
that's the,
discussion my husband and I have every single
I know,
Christmas when he's like,
every
let's watch Die
year.
Hard. It's not a Christmas movie, Andrew.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
I come to
Christmas
them every
movie.
year, and that's kind of the joke of it, is why I want to
Yeah.
write it. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't feel strongly either way, but I just love that conversation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it is. And so I want to try to play that off of like,
I don't think it's not.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
when
yeah,
I am thinking holiday movie, I'm thinking like
The
either based
holiday.
around children, like Home
yes,
Alone,
Yeah.
Home Alone.
or The Holiday, or like
Yeah.
I will tell you, I have a strong no where I will not watch Love Actually because
I
it's
actually hate Love Actually too.
I hate Love
Yeah,
Actually. Susan,
hot take here on the
we are
podcast,
yeah.
all on
guys.
the same
We all
on the
hate
same
Love
page here.
Actually
Yes.
because let me tell you
Brian
how
showed it to
there's
me the first time and I was like, what? He was like, this is gonna be great. I think he
who
had like
hurt
memories of
you?
watching
Yeah.
it
Who hurt
as
you?
a child. So then he was like, oh, he hadn't watched it
As
in
a
years. He was like,
child, it didn't come out in like the 80s. My
whatever.
God.
I mean, he wasn't a
As
child
a
in the 80s. He
child.
watched it in his youth, okay? And so then he was like, let's watch it. You're going to love it. And I was like, okay. And so we watch it and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, no,
Yeah.
that was
I truly feel
terrible.
like every person in that show is insufferable. So it's like I don't care
Everyone,
about
do you
what
want to
happens
know who
you.
the one, do you want to know the only palatable character in that whole movie other than Liam Neeson, who in my opinion can do no wrong? Because he's been through a lot, guys,
Yeah,
in
he's been
life.
through.
And I
Has,
just
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
like
He's been
anyway,
through some
is
tragedy.
Emma Thompson's character. Because
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
girl, get away from that
Yes.
garbage
Yes.
piece of shit husband.
Isn't Alan Rickman
Who
the
is
husband?
yes, and he's
Brian
1000%
loves
like
Alan Rickman.
he's
So maybe
listen, in
that's
that
why.
movie, he's like one heartbeat away from being a pedophile. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wouldn't
It's bad.
like
It's so
you're
bad.
gross.
Like, I
Nothing
feel
in
like
that
everyone
movie.
has questionable ethics in that movie. So every
All
character. Yeah.
do.
Everyone, Keira Knightley,
Yeah.
even you
Yes. Ew,
going
I
to
Even
hate
you.
that
Yeah, I
character.
hate
I
that
hate that
storyline. I'm like,
whole no. I hate it, hate it,
the
hate it, hate it.
storyline about that.
agreed.
I even hate the guy who comes to America and
Oh
is
yeah.
like, I'm
Oh
looking
yeah,
for
The
the
tits. I'm
ways
like,
in
go
which
home.
hate it. Hate
this
it.
movie would 1000% not get made today. Like, there's not one thing in that movie where somebody would be like, yes, this is a good idea. In fact, I
Yeah.
want to go back to whatever 2001 and be like,
Yeah.
who was sitting in that meeting and
Yeah.
thought, and why are we calling that girl fat? She's
Oh,
what, maybe a
oh.
size 6? And
May-
we're like,
Uh, 2003 is the year. And, you know, that was honestly
movie ever. It truly is.
that movie is
like a
so
bad year
horrifying.
just
It
because
should
of
be a
that
horror
movie.
movie. It should be a
No
horror
joy
movie.
either. There's no
No.
joy in that movie.
That movie
No.
should literally, they need to put it in the horror category. Okay.
Yes.
That is
It's
a
awful.
scary movie full of red flags just getting thrown in your
Yes.
face.
I
Because,
do have a confession, though.
Oh dear.
Have
Did
you
you already
never
watch
seen
it?
No, I didn't watch it. No. I have never seen Die Hard.
You're not
Oh.
missing anything.
Well, I
I
feel
love
like
Die
if Susan's
Hard.
going to write the book, I feel like I got to go watch the movie
Okay,
now.
well,
And
Die
Well,
see.
Hard
her
the
book
movie
will
is yeah.
1000% be better
Yeah,
than the
and my book's
movie.
gonna be a romance, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be like someone's taking over the company at
romance
a
in
holiday
Die Hard?
party, and they get stuck together. But there's he's married, but there's no romance really. No. Yeah.
Maybe I
Here's
won't
my
watch it
thing
then. I'll just
about
read the
Die
book.
Hard. I think I have a problem sometimes watching action movies from that genre of point of time, because the quality is so bad.
Yeah, the
I'm
quality's very
distracted
bad.
I'm like distracted by it, except the best part of that movie is, did you ever watch Family Matters? Because the dad in Family Matters is the security guard or the cop.
Yeah.
And he's
I think
it's
I did
like
know
the
that.
only way I will watch that movie is
I
I'm like, I have to
know.
remember
I
that
know.
the dad in Family Matters is in
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, this is what's making this work for me.
Yes.
But it's
Good
so
point.
long.
Good point. It is.
And just watch The Holiday, guys. And I need to
Yes.
understand just really quick while we're talking about this from you guys, which Home Alone do you like better, 1 or 2?
I'm a one girl, I think.
I don't like Home Alone.
You're not a part of this life anymore. Go away. I did a poll on my Instagram and it was like, I got some wild response. So I'm a
Really?
Home Alone 2 person. I mean, I love them both. Like, I love them both. But
Yeah.
I like Home Alone 2 better because you get Tim Curry and you just get
Yeah.
like
It
the
stresses
cast
me
of
out.
characters is better.
I was an anxious
but
child. It really did a lot on me.
Listen,
watching Home Alone for the first time and being like, what if I was ever left home alone? I would not survive.
We need to do a follow-up to find out if Kevin McAllister turned into a sociopath because like, I'm
Or the
sorry.
president.
It's
What? Okay, wait. Yeah. Which one's the one? Okay, wait. Isn't he? I have to think. Isn't he not Kevin McAllister, but who's the actor that plays him?
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Isn't he married to Brenda Song?
Yes.
He is.
which
Mhm.
was like I never saw that coming,
And
but I
I'm
love
sorry,
them
but
together.
Brenda's song is so fucking funny
Yeah,
on
she's
the show. I
hilarious.
cannot think of the name of it. She's in the show with Kate Hudson.
Yeah, the movie or the
No, the
yeah, yeah.
The
basketball
basketball
Yeah, the
show.
one.
basketball show. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Where she
yeah.
owns basketball.
I was like,
Is that coming back?
why is
I liked that show.
I don't know. I love that show, but I'm like, why
Okay.
is she not in more?
Yeah.
I
Put her
know.
in everything.
Seriously,
This
she's
is
so
the
good.
perfect
Justice for
segue
Brenda's
because
song.
yeah,
And that's going to be the episode title.
That's the episode title. This is a great segue because I want to know which of your books you would want turned into either a show or a movie. Tell us the book, and then tell us whether you'd want it to be a show or a movie.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, I do love this book, Julie's song, because I just think there could be some fun stuff to be done with adult content. But I think the
Yeah,
one that would be the most palatable or kind of Netflix worthy would be the romance rivalry. It's just a real easy, you know how like YA type stuff on Netflix do so well,
I was gonna say I like that's what that
yeah, on
is what I feel
streaming.
like
Yeah, like
does. Yeah,
yeah,
that's. I mean, you
yeah.
look at Summer I Turned Pretty. You look at
Yes,
All the Boys I've
exactly.
Loved
All the
Before. Like all.
boys,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so I just feel also like it's easier to
Maxine Hall.
find younger new talent who like always the challenge in any of these kinds of things and thinking about like I always just think about the practicalities and logistics of having something optioned and I write books that are literally all Korean characters and to find that many like Asian actors to be on full cast I just feel like they would just never be able to do it so yeah but I
You
do
don't think
think
they pull
like
from like the K dramas?
I mean, if it's all in English, and not a lot of them can speak
Yeah.
English, so
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
that's always a challenge. It's also why like my books don't get picked up or translated to Korean, and I think it's just a lot of that Koreans are
Rachel and
not
I are
that
like,
What?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I don't think, well,
surprising.
Koreans in Korea are not as interested in Korean American culture. They don't find that interesting. They're way more
hmm.
interested in American culture or Korean fantasy written by Korean Americans. But like, they don't
Okay.
really get kind of that immigrant experience, obviously, and I
Yeah.
don't think that they find that as interesting. So I speak for a whole nation, apparently,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I'm saying this about everyone. That's sad. It should be option. It should be. I want to. Now I'm gonna make that my personal mission.
But also, I'm not precious about it. If they, I mean, like, I won't say I want them to like cast an entirely white cast, but if they wanted to like, mix it up, I wouldn't. I'm not that precious about it. I'm like, whatever, just pay me.
Yeah. 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 I don't care. I don't care.
She's
Just
like,
give me the
bitch,
money.
I'm here for the
Yeah, I
money. You
know
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm gonna get a
um,
say in any of it, so whatever.
I have. Okay. Now I have two
unless
questions
you're
that
Jenny
were.
Han and you're
Yes,
like, listen,
yeah,
you will
I
do
did the whole
nothing
thing.
unless it
Yes, yes,
passes
Yeah.
my
exactly.
Yeah.
eyes. I'm picking
Yeah.
every song. I'm
Yes,
picking, like, I will tell
Yes.
you though, like, I feel like sometimes though, like, for a book like hers, like, that was the way to do it. Like,
yeah,
her
Yeah.
being in that kind of control of her books being turned into shows and movies was the way to go because
yeah,
Well, and I
I
feel like
feel
that's
like
why it was successful.
yeah,
yeah, oh, for sure. I mean,
Because
but you can
we've
look
talked
at
about
like
so many adaptations that are not
I
mm,
told you I'm
super successful.
waiting with bated breath and anxiety about the people we meet on
right.
vacation because if they
Yeah.
ruin it, I will okay, so Rachel and I both love the people we meet on vacation, but like every ranking I see that's like people's least favorite Emily Henry book and I'm like I haven't read them all to be fair. So
No,
that
I'm
might be
like, I
part of
haven't read
it.
them all, but I'm like, I love it.
I
It made me
love
cry.
that
I just
story
remember
so
sobbing at that book, which it's not a
much.
sad book. But I don't
But
know
I
where I
love
was. If
the
I was
concept
postpartum
of
or
that
something, I
book.
don't know.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
book so
It was
much. But
actually the first one of hers that I read. I hadn't
me
read
same.
Read
too.
Read.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
Perhaps that's
actually
why
feel
we're
like
all like
that's
obsessed
yeah,
with it.
yeah, well honestly I'm not. It's not my favorite, but
yeah.
it's
She's like,
truly
it's not.
it's because every book I've read after has become my favorite. So I just feel like whatever's
Yeah.
fresh in my mind of hers, because I just love her writing so much. Um,
But
yes.
there are people who like really dislike it as a book. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I
But
mean,
Okay.
Yulin Kwan was involved. I just have great faith that this is going to be
oh
great.
my
I
God.
I
know.
just
I
think it's going to be great.
love
I think
her.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
I
great.
want her
I
on
think
the
it's going to be
podcast
really good.
so
Yeah.
badly. She's
Yeah.
like,
I have great faith that she put something really good together. So I think
Yeah.
it's going to be good. Yeah.
I yeah, I'm also very nervous about Carly Fortune's Every Summer After, but it's a TV show, and I do
Yeah.
feel like TV
We like a
shows.
TV show.
I feel like it's less likely that it's going to be bad when it's a TV show. A movie,
Yeah.
like, I feel like you're given 90 to 100 minutes and it's like, listen, this is either going to be really good or really bad. And I just watched a really, really bad one last week and I haven't recovered from having to watch Regretting You. And I did it for the greater good. I took one for the team. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Neely was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I have to pivot because I need to know more about these keyboards. Okay, so if y'all don't know, Susan also makes these. You're gonna have to explain the process to me because I have seen them on social media on your Instagram, and they're very pretty, and I need to know, like, I don't even know where to start. How do you come up with doing that?
So I was scrolling TikTok and I like to watch like random Twitch streamers for some reason. And like I'm just kind of like really enamored by this concept that people just watch people playing games and stuff online. It's just like bananas to me.
It's what my children do.
Yeah. It's like, and people are very dedicated to watching this stuff. And so I was more into not watching it, but the why or what's so fascinating about this.
Yeah.
And it just led me to this rabbit hole of actually seeing women who were doing it with really aesthetic desk setups.
Yes.
And I was just always amazed at seeing their keyboards. And so come to find that they were building their own keyboards. And it was this big thing. It was actually without intentionally looking for this. It became this very feminist thing for me to be into because like gaming has always notoriously been male dominated. And it's these women kind of decided, I'm going to make pretty keyboards, understanding all the technology behind it, what kinds of things I want underneath the keys. Those are called switches. How I want them to sound. I'm going to make them sound different. No, I don't care what you think is the right way to do it. And they kind of like took it over.
I love
like
it.
all these keyboards that were black or black and blue or black with a yellow, they're now making pink. And so I kind of went down that rabbit hole, and then I ended up in Korea. I was in Korea for 2 months. And Korea is just really big on this technology right now. So I could find all these parts everywhere. So I just started learning. I started building, figuring out how to build my own. And then I just married my passions. Like I wanted to do something more decorative and like honor books that I love and match book covers and gift them to my friends. Actually, the first one I gifted was to Allie. And it was a cat keyboard, and I gifted one to Christina and Lauren, both BTS keyboards. And as I was getting into it, then I started like, oh, how do I celebrate my friends' book releases? So I would look for keys that would match that, and just got really into it. And then I started learning how to, personalize keycaps and make them with clay and write and draw on things. And yeah, it just went from there. And it's been, I mean, I love it. It's what I do when I need to just get away from like doing something mind numbing.
Yes. Do you have do you start with a base, or are you literally building these from scratch? Like, I don't even know where you would start
usually if I'm building for someone else, and especially like if they're ordering from me, because I now have I don't monetize, I don't make money off this, but I build for other people. I take orders to build for other people. And I just charge them for parts. But I will take kind of an existing keyboard, like based on what size they want, if they want a number pad, how they want it to sound. And from there, I take the keyboard apart and I use an existing, and I'll change the switches to match the sound. And then I'll look for keycaps. I'll mix up keycap sets. If I'm building for myself, I build from scratch. Like I'll look for a base. I'll decide what kind of foam I want underneath, what kind of switchboard I want. And so I'll do that for myself.
We love when women,
Same.
We love when women. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I need to ask you about, because I saw you post on somewhere the other day about your skincare and all of that. And Neely and I are big skincare people. So
let's get into it. Let's talk skincare.
Tell us about your skincare routine.
Yeah. So I grew up I had just really bad acne. Not even like noticeable acne. I had cystic acne. So it's kind of under my skin. And
that's the worst. And so painful.
Yeah, so painful. And I was not like Korean families when I was growing up don't go to doctors, or definitely not specialty doctors. So I never went to the dermatologist ever.
Mm,
And in fact, I was like more terrified of the dermatologist than I was even the dentist. Like I just didn't want, I felt great shame about my skin that I didn't
mm,
want to be shamed by going
yeah.
to the dermatologist.
Yeah.
And so, well into my 20s when I was not active acne anymore, but I had pretty deep scarring from it.
Hmm.
And I mean, like I'm a writer, so I'll tell you my scarring was also on the inside. Like I really
Yeah.
had I didn't want, I never left my house without like heavy foundation
Mm,
on. I
hmm.
very rarely just didn't have my face covered. And, this is your adult life when you're dating and all this. It was just, I think most of it was mental for me, but I was so insecure about it.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I ended up going to Korea. And when I went to Korea, and this was only maybe 5 years ago, I ended up
Mm,
going to Korea, and people do skincare stuff there. They go to the I went to a dermatologist, and the first thing she told me is, I just thought because I had such bad acne prone skin that I just was super oily. And the first thing she said, just looking at me, she goes, "Your skin is so dry. Like you have a desert of a face." And I
mhm.
said, "No, no, 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 you don't understand. I have acne." And she said, "No, actually, you don't understand because our skin, if we don't moisturize it, it creates
Yeah.
its own sebum, its own oil, and that
Yes.
actually
Yeah.
is very toxic for your
Yeah.
pores." And
Yeah.
and I had just never been told that shit. I was using like St.
No.
Ives apricot
Mhm.
scrub. I was
Oh,
drying my
Yes.
skin
girl,
out.
weren't we all? Weren't we
Yes.
Yes,
all?
Yeah.
exactly.
Or
And
what were
so
they? Oxypads?
oh yeah,
Oh
Oxypads,
yeah.
Trident. Yeah, I was just using
Yeah.
anything to dry my stuff out, and I wouldn't use
We
moisturizer. I
didn't
barely use
know.
sunscreen. We didn't know. We didn't know. And when
But
I
look
found
at
this
us now,
out, I
guys. Look at us now.
know. So I just went down the rabbit hole. I started studying. I just started studying kind of like the methodology of Korean skincare. What is a 10-step routine? What makes people want to do that? I'm lazy as fuck. I don't want to do that, and
Hmm.
it's like, and it really skincare for Korea was using fewer ingredients in all the products.
Do you do gua
Um,
sha? Are
I
you a
do
gua
not do
sha
gua
girl?
sha. No,
Oh,
I
I do
do,
it every night.
I do use Medicube, like
I
the
love
stick.
Medicube. Guys,
Yeah,
if you are, don't sleep on Medicube. It is
yeah,
on
Hmm.
Amazon. It is extremely affordable
yeah,
and
yeah,
Hmm.
it's
yeah.
phenomenal. Like if you've ever wanted those Dr. Dennis Groat's peel pads that are
Hmm.
insanely expensive, the Medicube ones are better and
Yeah,
cheaper. And
yeah.
you don't need to be using them every day. Don't use
Hmm.
Yeah.
them every day. That's
Yeah.
terrible for your skin.
Yeah, like Korean skincare, the whole thing is like don't use damaging products, and
Hmm.
just
Yes.
actually layer moisture on your skin. As much moisture as you can put on it. And what also is great about like the rise of Korean skincare today is that my mom, when I was growing up, you couldn't get Korean skincare here, so she was using Estee Lauder, Lancome, and that shit's expensive. And
So
Korean
Yeah.
skincare,
expensive.
actually, now that it's here, it's so affordable. A lot of these things you can get for like $10 a bottle.
Are you a
It's like
double cleanse
I'm a
girl?
double cleanse. I also
I'm a
skin
double
flood.
cleanse as well.
So,
Rachel used to go to sleep and may still sometimes without washing her face, which
I
gives
mean,
No,
I
me
I'm
like there are times
anxiety.
I fall
so
asleep when it's the last thing I want to do. But yeah, I double cleanse, and I just
Oh my
always
God,
say
are you?
that it's
It's
the
my
best thing
favorite
you
part
can do
of the
for your
day.
skin. Yeah, I think it's the
Also,
best thing you can do for your skin.
I know it's not Korean skincare, but I will say I'm a recent La Roche-Posay person.
Uh-huh.
I had never really used their products, and I really like something was messing with my skin, and I needed to start using a different night cream. And I got their night cream, which is wonderful. It's not super thick, but I use
hmm.
oil before that. Like I do base oil as my serum at night. I use 3 products at night. So like I'm like you, I'm like fewer but better. And
Oh
that's
no, I'm
like
not
Yeah.
that way anymore. I use like 12.
Oh, oh no, I use like you all like a big thing for me when I talk to like my dermatologist and just estheticians was like looking for products with like not a ton of ingredients and then like
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
don't and like not using stuff like if it hurts, like
Yeah.
Oh
don't
God, no. No.
Yeah.
do it. Like
Yeah.
but people I think part of the problem too is like you have
We were
12 year
scrubbing
olds
our
but you
face so
also
hard we were
have
like it has to hurt.
12-year-olds on the internet using retinol and I'm like what are
Yeah.
Hmm.
you doing? Your
Hmm.
face
Yeah.
is a baby's.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
don't even need skincare at this point.
Yeah.
Like pop
Yeah.
on some
Yeah.
sunscreen and go about your day.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
you
Yeah.
skincare I
were
could talk about forever.
you
I
recently
love.
told this story in Oprah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which is so cool.
Yeah, that is cool. It was actually
And a great connection back to the book too.
I have a great publicist at my publishing house, and she hustled. She put my story out there, and we got quite a few bites. And the Oprah one was a big one for me because in the book, she's a skincare CEO, and she got an Oprah, one of
Yeah.
my favorite things, and so it was just a nice tie-in, and I wanted to also be able to tell my story of why kind of skincare is also just a
Mhm.
culturally relevant thing for my family, and so
Yeah.
yeah, so I was really, really grateful to be able to
Yeah.
submit that piece.
I love that. Okay, if there's one thing that we have to go by as soon as we get off the podcast, what is it?
Honestly, I always say first and foremost, get Korean sunscreen.
Mm,
Korean sunscreen, because people don't love using sunscreen, period.
yeah.
Sunscreen makes it a lot easier because it actually has skincare properties in it. It has moisturizer. Some of them have serum. They're very lightweight. There's no white cast. So I always just say if you can get your hands on Korean sunscreen, that would be my first step and first recommendation for anyone.
What do you have a brand that you like?
I love Beauty of Joseon. It is very popular right now on TikTok. The problem with Beauty of Joseon is there are a lot of knockoffs and dupes,
Mm,
and it's really hard to tell. So I just tell people, I'm always like, if you can't, don't just buy it off of Amazon.
okay.
I would say that's the other thing. But honestly, I have 5 or 6 different brands that I just rotate.
You
I just
rotate.
find them all really good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm that way with skincare too. I'm very much like shiny and new. So I feel like I end up
Yeah.
just like rotating
Yeah.
through
I'm
whatever
brand
looks fun
agnostic
that
for a lot of
morning.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
meanwhile, I find something I like and I will use it forever.
She
Like
used it
I've been
forever.
I'm a big Vintner's Daughter fan. It's one of my favorite skincare brands. They only make 3 products because they're very much like you don't need 100 things. But their cleanser and their active botanical serum, which are stupid expensive, but I love them so much, are like I will take a mortgage out on my house to buy them. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do
It's
that.
like
But I love them. They're wonderful.
I love it. Okay. Pivoting back to books. What is some advice you have for aspiring authors?
Oh gosh, I always wish that I could say something that is so like life altering, but
Profound.
honestly, it's like for me, it's always you just finish the book, and I
Mm,
think that's advice.
it's the hardest
No
part.
matter, yeah, whatever part you are in your career is, that's the hump. That's both
Yeah.
the mental hump. It's like it's what's stopping you from going to the next,
Hmm.
next part of the process. And so whenever, whether I'm drafting or editing or whatever, I'm like, just finish it.
Yeah.
We have such perfectionist brains sometimes. I think that we also have imposter syndrome, and
Hmm.
I have to get out of my head. I actually almost have to make writing a physical act in my mind, like just physically do it,
Yeah.
or else I will talk myself out of it. So my
Yeah.
best advice is just get it
Yeah.
done, and then figure out what happens next.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting, I was having this conversation with my husband the other night about like for I don't know if it's millennials or I am an eldest daughter. I don't know if that's what it is. But I feel like there's like if I'm not good at something immediately, I'm like, well,
Yep,
I'm out.
yep, I'm
And
the same
so
way. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's like, okay, this is one of those things where like you're not, no matter how good of a writer you are not going to be good at it immediately. And that is like it's the biggest mental barrier
Yep.
to writing. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, what is one have to read book that you are always recommending to
Oh
people?
gosh. Have to read. Okay, I'm gonna give two if you don't mind. One,
Please.
Please give them all.
Yeah.
okay.
Give all of them.
One that I just think is so, I wouldn't say it's a flashy or splashy book, but when I read it, both as a writer and as a reader, I feel like, oh, this is perfect. And
Mm.
it's Love Lettering by Kate Claiborne. And
Okay.
it
Hold
is,
I
on.
it's a
I know exactly what that
contemporary.
is, but I haven't read it. Yeah.
It's got a blue cover.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a quieter book, but it's just so lovely and beautiful. And honestly, right now I am very much in a Nikki Payne phase. Like I just
Hmm.
love her books. Her newest one is kind of a little bit of a stretch for her. It's a romantic suspense, but it's like it's so irreverent and funny and smart. And it's called The Princess and the PI.
And PI, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of possibly my favorite book of the year. So yeah, so I'll
Oh,
say those
okay.
two.
I need to do that then. Her. promotion for that book.
I know, but that's kind of the vibe of the book. It's so like out there in banana pants. It's just like it's fun. It's a good time. And right now in
Good.
this, in our year of our
Literally
Lord
me right
2025.
now.
Yes,
Bought
Yeah.
it.
that one. That one's
Yeah.
I'm
so
like,
good. You will love it. It's beautiful.
I
It's
trust you.
beautiful.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
just bought it.
Yeah.
I just
With my
remember reading
own
love
money.
lettering and thinking just like, wow. I just felt like my soul was moved in that book, and it was just like, yeah, it was just quietly beautiful, and yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I like I said, the promo for Princess and the PI has been hilarious.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
can only imagine what the book
yeah,
is like. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. The next thing we always do is a rapid fire this or that. Are you
Okay,
ready? We're
I'm
just
ready.
gonna throw things at you. Okay, Neely, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay. Young adult or adult romance?
Adult.
Only K-pop for the rest of your life or only K-dramas for the rest of your
Oof.
life?
K-dramas.
Yeah, you said you're a soap opera watcher.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, an essence or a moisturizer?
Oh, that's rough. Okay, I'm gonna go moisturizer.
Okay, and this is a pick your praise. Okay.
Okay.
Good girl or look at me?
Oh, I do kind of have a good girl kink, but I don't like to tell
Same.
anyone that.
Oh, I do
You're
too,
like,
and I'm totally fine telling everybody
I'm like,
that.
I don't need that. I don't need that, but oh my God, but thank
But
you.
like, if you got that, would you be mad about it? I always say though, if my husband said it to me, I'd be like,
Yeah,
no,
don't say that.
don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah, please don't.
Like
Please don't.
I could handle him doing a look at me, but a good girl, I'd be like, that's just not your personality, and
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
uncomfortable
yeah,
now.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Awkward.
Okay, Susan, where can people find you?
Okay, I am at Susan Lee Writes everywhere. So Instagram, Threads, TikTok, gmail.com, all SusanLeeWrites.com. Or yeah, Susan Lee Writes.
And you can find the podcast everywhere at Smut Show Podcast, and you can find me everywhere at Rachel_M Lewis.
And you can find me everywhere at Neelykins, except on TikTok where I'm Neely Moldovan.
And Susan, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, this was so fun. I'm so glad we did
Yes,
this.
anytime you want to talk about K-pop or skincare or romance, I'm here.
I love it.
I'm ready.
All right, and everybody, thanks for listening, and we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.